We spent the last 15 years trying to put a stadium proposal and getting one approved down in San Diego. And last year we actually went to the voters. It was turned down. We also had the option last year to come. But we've pretty much exhausted all our, whatever possibilities there were down there. And it was time to come. We're excited to be here and looking forward to spending the next 25, 30 years here.
Did the NFL give you any leeway, say, hey, we give you some more money, we can work with you? Did the city say, hey, we give you some money, work with you? Was there anything left?
Really not. I mean, the option was the option that we got last year. It hadn't changed. So it was pretty much the same.
We've seen this before. We saw it happen when Cleveland moved to Baltimore and what they thought of Art Meldell. Do you fear that as a man who's been so involved, the philanthropy, being there for so many years, that people are going to see you as that, get mad at you, yell at you, say bad things about you, especially after all you've done for the community?
Well, I obviously the fans are upset, and they should be upset, okay? But it's more than just that. And I think a lot of the people really understand what's happened in the last 15 years. And, as time goes by, I think they'll understand even more. But I can't change emotions of that type. I mean, they're tied to the team, tied to the community. And when something like this happens, it's very difficult for everybody.
Was today like a breath of fresh air? And secondly, when did you truly officially make this decision in reality?
Yeah, it really is a breath of fresh air. There's a decision, there's direction, there's resolution. We have a plan in place. We're ready to implement. We know we're going to have to fight hard. To prove ourselves in this community. We got to put a winning product on the field to start with, but we're up for the challenge. We don't expect anything for nothing. We're going to have to earn it.
But realistically, when did you make this decision? When did this happen?
This is something that my family and I have been talking about for the last several weeks. I mean, it wasn't something that was determined November. I think it was November 8th when we had the vote. I mean, we really put a lot of thought into it. So I wouldn't say there was any specific day, but, it was a work in progress.
And StubHub Center, is that going to be your home for the next 2 years?
Yes, it is.
I mean, you're cutting down from 60-something to 30. That's
Right.
a big cut.
Right.
And, that's a revenue cut, too, when you also got $650 million in relocation fees to pay.
Well, I think that, it's going to be a unique experience. We have 10,000 parking stalls. Ingress and egress is important to fans. And the fact that the stadium is much smaller, I think that every seat in the stadium is going to be spectacular. So it's going to be a different type of venue, and I think fans are really going to like it.
Last thing, and just take this in perspective. Do you feel like you need to apologize for what's happened today? And secondly, do you feel like anyone needs to apologize to you for what's happened today?
No, look, again, like I said, time will tell everything. But, in the last 15 years, we worked pretty hard. And I can say honestly and look myself in the face and in the mirror, basically, and say, look, we did everything we possibly could.
And you're not moving here or anything, right? You're still living in San Diego, or what's going on?
Eventually, I'm going to be moving up to LA.
Everybody's moving up to LA?
Yes, this is our home.
Wow.
This is our new home.
Is it hard to say that, hard to feel that?
It is. I mean, half my life in San Diego, but, it's a new chapter, and we're looking to a new beginning.